Well, I guess you saw the mill giving me trouble on those last two cuts. And here's proof that free wood is not free. If you remember, I said that I was running old teeth in this mill because I suspected that there might be some metal in this trunk somewhere. I don't have a proper metal detector, but I can usually smell it. And sure enough, this tree came from, as I said, next to an historic building. As a matter of fact, it was an old courthouse. So I just suspected that there would be lots of posters and notices that had been hung on this tree since it was near the front door over the years. But I never suspected that there would be barbed wire in the tree, and that's what that appears to be. It's two strands of very hard metal. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick up on this or not, but this is what happens to the teeth. You'll notice there's no corners and it's very blunt. And there's 6 teeth in that blade, and that's about $7 a tooth. But I'm going to see if I can sharpen them up enough just to get through the rest of this log and one more log out here on the ground. This is the other butt cut. And I started from the smaller top pieces, figuring that if I was going to hit steel, it was going to be in the butt cut. So let's see how it goes. I'm not going to go through all of the sharpening steps, but just briefly, this is the sharpener. And this was designed and invented by Ron, the owner of Mobile Manufacturing, who produces the Mobile Dimension sawmill. And it is a jig with a sharpening stone. Now, these teeth are in pretty sorry shape, but basically there are 2 holes in the keeper of the tooth. And this goes in those 2 holes. Not the smartest thing in the world turning the engine over, but you know, I usually turn it backwards. And I sharpen until there's a wire burr across the tooth, and then it's usually sharp. And here comes the mill assistant, Gypsy. Well, the sun's a little higher in the sky, as they say, but I think we got them back sharp enough. This will be the last thing that I do with these teeth. I will replace them before I cut any more lumber. I just want to get through the last log over there, which probably also, well, I don't know about probably, but it may also have some steel in it or some metal. So I'd rather ruin old teeth than new teeth. So with that, let's get started. I'm going to finish up this log. All right, as you can see, I've simply flattened the top of the log to the width, the maximum width of the edgers on this sawmill. This sawmill has the capacity to cut a 4x12 in one pass, but not any wider than that. So I've simply set the log up to the capacity of the mill so that I can cut off pieces. They're not going to be real uniform because remember, I'm looking for wood for woodworking purposes, not construction purposes. These boards will be further reduced in a wood shop after they're dried. So let's get going. All right, here we are with the results of today's labor. About a gallon of gas, maybe an hour of cutting, a little bit more because we hit that piece of wire, which, by the way, I found out was apparently someone draped a piece of wire in the crotch of the tree and the tree grew around the wire. Never a good thing. Please don't ever do that. Sawyers really don't like it. But anyway, we've got a pretty good result for our effort of some beautiful white holly, American holly, slabs and lumber. And this is how we end another beautiful day on the Topisaw Creek, just like the settlers in the early 1800s did, enjoying the natural beauty and the abundant resources that the Almighty put here for us to take and turn into something useful. Thank you for watching.